home, I hope you're ready. We are about to kick off the first part of the winners half of Melty Blood type Lumina here at EVO.
Yeah, Tohno Shiki being piloted by Uncle Aki. He's definitely got to make his way in, got to create the space. Tohno with some really strong basic game plan. Can he find openings in Masoma's keep-away game? Or will Masoma just, not let Uncle Aki play to get immediately start that moon drive? Like right off the bat, here we go.
Yeah, that's something that the Japanese players highlighted, that Americans use their moon drives very differently than the Japanese players do. So that is something that I know they are not prepared for. Oh, we get a big opening here from Uncle Aki. The first real damage of this, and went ahead and spent their bar of Magic Circuit as well.
Big opportunity because Masoma used their moon drive, so no more
Oh, big overhead here. See how this goes. Okay, finish it out.
Yep. And Masoma, I mean, we got a lot of meter to work with. No moon drive though, which might be a little more important. We're going to see Stand Shield though with the long roll.
That delayed A counter was really scary.
Huge heat though. We're generating a lot. We have 3 meter here too, so we're going to definitely see something dumb, but no conversion.
No, this is looking definitely first match of the day, but this, the Masoma especially, go ahead, do the double down B, double down C, finish out the combo. Really well done.
Uncle Aki getting air unblockable. That's huge.
And Masoma takes the first one. This is already so explosive.
But yeah, I blinked it. When did Masoma get more moon drive to do it again?
I have no idea. And the thing with Vlov is that he operates really well with moons, so he's got to keep that going. Alright, we do get a little cross through there, get the B counter to the shield.
Ooh.
The overhead, he had committed to the low shield, so now this is a lot of damage. He flipped out the corner.
Uncle Aki, great opportunity here. And again, Masoma kind of out of gas. Uncle Aki got to be feeling good about this one. A lot of opportunities here. See what we got.
Yeah, hard knockdown, has 2 bars Magic Circuit. Shield for shield, the A counter takes it, but he techs out in the air.
And we see Masoma definitely has been getting the advantage in these shield interactions so far. So, even though he's burned his resource a lot of time, he's able to make that deficit. Again, there it is. You can't be jumping against that. If Vlov has that moon drive, you're just going to get air unblockable, and just like that, a lot of damage.
I like the way that Masoma decided, instead of doing his traditional knockdown and then charge, he went ahead and did the launcher. We got a tech there, though.
Yeah, that's actually very clutch here. Uncle Aki, very low health. If we could get a heat maybe, but nope, there it is, 5A, 2A. Catching him standing up. All right, Masoma, that was looking clean. Uncle Aki definitely got caught by those moon drive air unblockables several times, so you're going to need some adjustments, or I could see that being hugely problematic. There's a counter moon drive, though.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the Japanese players are starting to counter the moon drive much more quickly to just adapt to what's going on screen. All right, B counter, once again, is just kind of neutralized by the fact that Masoma's just blocking and waiting.
Yeah, Masoma definitely just waiting for the moon drive to get end down, and he will be ahead in the moon drive resource game.
All right, opened up by Uncle Aki here with that overhead. Going to carry him all the way to the corner. Uncle Aki has a lot of meter if they're going to go ahead and spend the bar, get the hard knockdown, and overhead. Oh, he put himself in the corner.
Yeah, that was surprising, but it's going to pay off dividends. Here we go.
All right. Oh, I like that the triple A and then the jump back in.
Could possibly do one more here off from 2A starter. I don't know if this will kill. Oh, wow, never mind. Maybe? Okay.
Wow, that in the air was so... Like, the combo was over, but the way that he was able to dash in and then finish the combo there before Masoma had a chance to recover was really smart.
Yeah, not letting Masoma get a chance in that round. I think very huge. If you're not familiar, Melty Blood is a game where you do regenerate your carryover resources over the rounds. So there is a lot of subtlety as far as how you actually finish your play in each individual round.
And so Masoma is now in ice mode, so his projectiles are bigger, and it's going to carry more of the screen. Oh my god, he almost perfected that.
We didn't even need to spend any meters, so going into round 3 here, both players with 3 bar.
Okay. To BC, they just stare at each other.
Yeah,
this is very tense.
Larry, but no confirm off of it, and nice tech.
Okay, went for a low. Let Uncle Aki have the opportunity. He's going to go ahead and take this combo all the way to the corner, and with the knockdown, and then, he put himself on the other side again, but the throw to get Masoma in the opposite corner.
Oh my god, the long out shield! That's been catching Uncle Aki multiple times now, and that's going to cost him a lot. Able to sneak out here, Masoma on the offense.
All right. Good blocking out of Uncle Aki. Doing a great job.
Uncle Aki, now he gets hilarious! That move! Here it is. Meter? Yes, we will.
Absolutely. You have so much to spend. And look at his moon. He's got a lot. All right, we do have moon drive activation on the side of Masoma.
Yeah, Masoma, though, no dice. Nice!
Oh, no, the commitment to the shield in the air. That meant he couldn't do anything until he landed, and that is the death of him. It's 1-1.
Wow, okay, Uncle Aki. It was looking very one-sided for Masoma in game 1. These adaptations, though.
That is one thing that we're seeing. All of these players in top 8 are so good at making adaptations on the fly. So let's see what Masoma does now in response to Uncle Aki taking that one.
I mean, it's really just been the Lariat, I feel like, just good moments to try and just lunge in with. Tohno has just been what's been making out the damage rates in Uncle Aki's favor here. As I say that, Masoma getting a very nice hit. We'll take the damage. Yep,
and then he goes ahead with that knockdown, and the space gets some moon back.
Yep, you know how important this moon is for being able to drive cancel and forcing the air block. What a confirm!
Just like that, gets the charge JC in the air. Gonna go ahead and finish it. Oh, he moved just to get the extra damage.
It's not enough to kill, but
no.
you know what? We'll see if it pays off here. Masoma, though, probably feeling comfortable that at least you can build some drive to end the round. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for Tohno to actually make this comeback here, but we'll see. 45 seconds left, plenty of time, but there's the air dash.
Yeah. JC is such a strong button on Vlov, and especially because you can charge it, so that overhead just went ahead and took it.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that Masoma was able to build a decent amount of meter from just kind of stalling out that round. And might need it, actually, as he is in trouble here. Uncle Aki with one knockdown.
Yeah, Uncle Aki working on his 4th bar of Massive Circuit and has full moon as well. Oh, that's the overhead. He has every opportunity to take a ton of health off of Masoma here.
Yeah, got him out of the corner, but we're seeing the wall-to-wall here, almost to the other corner now.
Just go.
The backdash.
Yeah, that backdash just avoided a ton of damage. Tech. And now this is the opening for Masoma.
Yeah, the call from Masoma after his store gets tech. He's gonna spend the meter. He's confident he wants to try and make a play here. I mean, if he can win this round, that's the game. So he's going for it, looks like.
Yeah, that throw too, that's really unexpected.
That is huge! Uncle Aki getting opened up! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, they look. The players look at each other like, I don't really know what happened there, but all right.
That happened. That reverse just happened so quickly because Masoma was so on the back foot in that round, and all of a sudden, just like you were saying, he's built all of this meter, and then.
So, yes, these players, I'm sure, looked a lot at Hisui after finding out that Jing was going to fly to America to EVO for this competition.
Exactly.
But prior to that, I mean, I'm not really sure how many people really do that much prep for Hisui, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the very beginning of this game's life, ScrawtVermillion was playing a lot of Hisui, but then switched to other characters later.
And hey, to great success, right?
To great success. Yeah. So I do agree that there isn't as much preparation on this side of the ocean that we have for that. Sure. And then to be met with a player that's such a brick wall of oppression in this bracket, I'm very interested to see how Kiri does in this.
All right, well, here we go. We got Jing versus Kiri in game 1. And off the back, Kiri dumping a lot of meter to just try and get their turn. Very patient shield in the air counter hit. The classic Melty blood pickup.
All right. Go get the ladle. Expect the table. Yep, there it is. And then we're going to go ahead and get the hard knockdown. And that is...
Here we go. This is it. Okay, empty low. No gas here. But we are going to get another turn. Oh!
Okay.
The defense though from Kiri. Yes.
Yeah, the bento in the corner, that's really one of the only times that Jing seems to use the smaller bento is in that corner situation. Good blocking, misses the overhead. Shield BC keeps him safe though.
And spending a lot of resources to just try and get out of this corner. But actually Kiri was able to block a lot of the mix-up, but it might not matter here. Jing getting a kind of nice cross under.
All right, table is set up in the corner. We get the launcher.
One more hit.
Yeah, just needs one. The chair does not get anything. Side switch is just with jumping. Nothing really happening though.
Okay, and the table would finish it off from the B follow-up.
So something I notice a lot about Kiri's gameplay is they're very liberal with their use of white keys, and sometimes they will end the round with 0. So it's important to watch how often that they're throwing those, just because that's such a huge resource for Noel.
Yeah, we do see, speaking of resources, Kiri got a lot of it, spends it immediately, gets that EX confirmed. Looking really good.
This is a very strong start for Kiri. Has plenty of meter to do more if she wants to.
Yeah, Jing just trying to patiently get out of the corner with a cannonball super jump. And there's the pot. Gonna stop the projectile super.
And we've got a Moondrive activation. I think Kiri was unsure. Oh, that clash in the air though.
Yeah, wouldn't answer from Jing. Gonna get this to be a little closer here. We're gonna have this hard knockdown. Let's see if Kiri can escape. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is fantastic blocking.
Still his turn.
Yep.
Into the corner.
Back into the corner. Throw tech that time though. All right.
Oh, yep, gotta be careful about that one. Huge hitbox to armor,
that's a drop.
Yeah, that was actually huge. That could have been the kill. So
it definitely could have been. We got the Bestino setup, but that is going to be the game for Jing.
The idea was good. I think that was the right idea. And it's unfortunate because kind of cannonballing with the huge charge air normals is definitely a very valid strategy, but one that you definitely don't want to get caught overusing. So it's a little bit unfortunate that Kiri able to use their ace up their sleeve, but could not get the confirm. That's got to be a heartbreaker. But going into game 2 now, Jing leading. See what happens in terms of adjustments.
This is the first time really, like in between that set, where Jing actually looked stressed. Like the big sigh of relief that they did that. A lot of people weren't even able to damage Jing yesterday. So the ability to open them up like that, Kiri is doing a spectacular job. All that studying paid off.
I mean, Kiri's actually been doing a pretty good job mitigating Jing's offense, been blocking most of the mix-up, eating some interactions, but overall, I think doing a lot better than I've seen a lot of other players, but I spoke too soon.
Of course it did. Commentator's curse. Wouldn't be a EVO without it.
Moonrise just super safe. That's so smart.
Wow, and then that type connection, they're going to take the round against Jing.
That is so smart. A lot of players would just, get that air dash and just be okay with it, but we've seen how good Jing is at capitalizing on people using greedy air movement to just kind of clip their landing. So the moon drive into the anti-air there, paying off for Kiri. Nice blocks. And then I say that because I really mean it here. This is a really big part of Jing's game plan, is being able to just force damage when you get those knockdown situations. And Kiri, very much impressing me with their ability to not look very scared about this at all.
No, their blocking has really been immaculate. We're going to keep talking about it because it is really making the gameplay difference against Jing. Other players have been opened up immediately against things like that.
Okay.
And there's the air challenge that you're talking about. I feel like...
Oh! Yeah, I think neither player was really quite sure whether they're going to get away with that. And oh my god, nice defense here from Kiri. The shield, the re-shield, we're still pressuring.
All right, we have Moondrive activation, the overhead, and the DP whip.
Oh no!
That could have been huge for Jing, but Kiri is taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah, that's big. Kiri only needs one more hit now. She has meter, so let's see if she can find the hit here. Just jump, trying to keep the offense, but out of the corner goes Jing. There's a huge heat though. Look at that life.
Yeah, there's so much life being regen. Getting a little bit of charge too. No air challenge really from Jing, just sort of threatening. The dust cloud is out. And another tech and a throw in response to it.
Oh no, doesn't get the confirm off of it. Just holding it down. Kiri, finds the head. Oh.
Okay, they have 2 bars of magic circuit if they want to spend it to the end of it. Drop Moondrive activation, that's a whip. This could be the end of the round, depending on what happens.
Jing built the bar too.
Oh, they did build the bar. Okay,
here we go.
Spend it. Oh, tech's out.
Time! It's been a while since I've seen a timeout in this game.
I didn't notice the time because I was so focused on the gameplay. So Jing wins on a timeout, and it was so close.
It really was anyone's round, and now Jing, and that's why the Kiri finds the first hit, and despite that recent round loss, it's been really good for Kiri, I feel like. The momentum. I honestly want to feel like it's on her side.
Oh. Almost has 4 bars. It built that 4th bar, goes ahead and spends 1 to get extra damage at the corner.
One hit will kill here, unless it's throw.
All right. Oh! The shield challenge, throw comes out, we tech. Overhead with the chair.
Pressure from Jing. So patient though.
Yeah, and again, this immaculate blocking from Kiri.
There it is. We've seen it in the previous round, and yet again, clutch sheet gets the air unblockable.
Carries to the corner. In the last second of that, able to get their arc drive in there.
Set up.
All right, Bento blocked committed to the low shield, so the overhead going to open up Kiri. This could, and there's a bar built in this, which they're going to get right now.
Kiri's Moondrive and so much meter. Blocked. Oh no, there's air dash cancel. That might be it.
Oh!
Jing! And Jing moves forward into Winners Finals. Going to be playing against... Man.
Yes. So Hisui, Vlov, Winners Finals, and Jing was feeling it. Honestly, that was the most he's had to work in this bracket.
I don't think their path was super easy either.
No.
But really just trudging along and sticking their game plan. I will say, a character like Noel, a lot of it relies on you just having clean execution. As far as as soon as you drop one opportunity, as soon as you miss some kind of mix, especially if you get hit on accident instead or something goes wrong, it all goes downhill, right? So you gotta make sure you're really on point. And that's really a testament to Lunar, who was saying before that one of their weaknesses is that they're kind of in their own heads. And so it looks like they've really kind of overcoming that in this this EVO bracket, right?
Yeah, they've been working really hard to just, you know, stay in the moment, get out of their own head, stop doubting what they're doing, and they got here in the top 8.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of pre-round movement too, and already shielding the incoming from Uru. I think this is going to sort of set the stage for what we're going to see the rest of this match.
The patience from Uru, just being able to navigate through the projectiles and find their own turn. So let's see what happens. Lunar able to get out of the corner, but still weathering the storm, but there's space. Okay.
Yeah, so an advantage that Lunar does have is Noel is very fast and is able to already, the movement from Lunar is really good, staying away from Tohno the entire time. We do get a shield BC. We
missed it, yeah. You can actually punish the BC fault with your own BC, but the timing is kind of tight. So unfortunately, Lunar going to eat a pretty huge hit here from Uru, who's got the first real hit. There's the throw with empty low, the shield out recovery, crazy.
Yeah.
The layers.
Yeah, there was so much nothing happening at the beginning of this, and all of a sudden Uru just gets started and takes the round very quickly after
Tohno
that.
doing Tohno things here. Lunar crumbling from Uru's offense, but you know the highlight so far has really been the patience of Uru, just finding their opening, not just cannonballing in, using good air movement, just really patient because these projectiles, they don't really do much if you're not just hanging yourself, and I think Uru knows that very well.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about Noel is that she lets you hang yourself, and right now Uru's not letting that happen. Opens up with a fantastic low. This is going to be another huge combo. There's 4 bars of Magic Circuit that Lunar hasn't been able to use. Yeah,
Lunar has just been not doing well in the RPS on shield. That's really been the story of it so far.
Now, following up a lot of those projectiles, too, that's another thing that Noel can do, is just follow that up. But not getting anything from it. Great blocking coming out of Uru.
Yeah, that was kind of Luna's moment there. Got the throw into Oki, but no dice.
No, text the throw, too. Uru is so prepared for this match.
Gotta love it. What a confirm! Air hit 2B, Moondrive activates. Gotta love it. Doesn't get the ender, but still in a good spot here. Great shield. Uh-oh.
Shield. Oh, this is an opening for Lunar, though, because committed to the shield after Lunar had and that put him in recovery.
Yeah, here we go.
This is the sort of traditional thing. We see spent the bar on those 3, but another knockdown or a low from Uru takes and is going to end it with the arc drive.
That's a tough one. Lunar went for some very conservative knockdown, right? Got that Oki, but did not go for the left right here. Really got the stare down, and Uru was willing to just hold it, see nothing, and basically take the turn off of that. So that was really huge. I mean, maybe we're gonna have to backtrack about getting in your own head, because that really did look like getting in their own head a bit.
Yeah, and looking at him now on the stage, like he's really thinking about it.
I mean, I think that Oki decision was very crucial.
I think so too.
And also losing to RPS. I mean, they did have a really clutch win towards the end of that last round with the shield RPS, but this is a big thing in Melty Blood type Lumina is, I think it's really valuable to stop for a second, think, and remember what the options the opponent did on shield are, because
all right,
this is huge too. Like
I feel like Uru is now comfortable in this match. There's none of that sort of footsie situation that we saw in the first one. Get a nice big damage, hard knockdown in the corner.
Yeah, Uru's strategy has been kind of getting into that BC range, not to hit with the BC, but just to use the BC to lunge in and win neutral. He's done that 3 or 4 times now, and that's really powerful. Lunar's got to figure out a way to deal with that. Yeah, BC's the BC.
Situation.
Yeah, Lunar missed the punish when he attempted it, but Uru very happy to get that punish. That is a huge statement, and Lunar's in trouble.
Yeah, okay, there's a big heat. There's a lot of recoverable health on the table.
Oh, no!
But committed to a standstill, gets hit with an overhead, and now Uru takes it with a perfect.
Yeah, did not, a lot of American players do the long hold shield, but Lunar opting to try and get away with just a one press shield. Didn't work out. Uru, like you said, only 1 round away now. Can taste it. I love this strategy. Just get into slightly outside the BC range, and then if you shield something, just go ahead and cancel it and see what happens here.
Yeah, Lunar getting caught by so many overheads. Those jump overheads from Uru just gaining him so much life. All right, and we do get a Moondrive.
Okay, nice.
This is, we got a nice blowback edge there from Noel, but these throws, they're not getting anything. So much shield flash.
Okay, Lunar keeping the turn, but that's nice challenge from Uru.
What a slide into. This is going to take corner to corner, and Lunar has to be careful. Okay, another heat comes in, more health coming out, but this is taking all of Noel's resources away.
And the full confirm here from Uru. We can spin meter? No.
Wow.
Tries
Okay,
to catch
jump
it back down,
back.
doesn't get it. Jump C
Caught in the air.
though! We're still alive!
Oh
Jump
my
A!
He's
Is this enough? Yes, it is.
enough. Incredible gameplay from Uru. He was so prepared for that match.
I mean, you know, I feel like I didn't really remember it until I saw him do it again, but that was the strongest impression from watching Uru in the pools matches was his jump 80s actually. He's very fast at seeing
Oh, look,
the air
there's the
jump.
one bit of emotion he saw. He went, yay, and then fixed the chair.
But he's
For being only a month and a half afterwards, obviously excelled really well there, took first place with Mario. And we're going to keep seeing him playing that. Also, I really like that he uses the Xion colors because we both love her very, very much.
It's great. Mario is still a character I feel like that's constantly getting developed, and you know, the other players are kind of still at the back foot trying to figure out how to fight this character a little bit. So we'll see. But right off the bat, safe. Wins neutral at first. Gonna apply some pressure here. Let's see if Mario can disengage a bit. Finds a hit here. Chasing in the air, but no dice.
No, Mario has so much movement, and there's so many things that you have to pay attention to, especially with that sword gun. Scott uses that sword gun so effectively, and then also is not afraid to fight with Mario himself.
Okay, here we go. The knockdown. Let's see it. Some growth stuff here with Mario, but so far just the mids. More pressure.
Yeah, it gets the throw, and then to get the punch done out. Axon comes out, is managing to block a lot of this. The lows not getting anything either.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about that axe. Oh, there's a crouch shield, but not too huge of a punish. Staying alive. Oh, no!
Speaking of huge punishes, so that heat was anticipated. The accident came out, so as soon as Vlov was vulnerable after the invincibility of heat, he was caught. That was it.
Yeah, Scrawt. Something that's very scary about Mario is, yeah, as a Mario player, if you know that the opponent doesn't want to deal with your stuff and you call it out, it is pretty devastating for the opponent.
All right, this is a much stronger start for Safe. Gets a little bit of a charge in, getting lots of moon back. He's got a big opportunity. Can choose to end this in Magic Rocket if he wants to. Nope, he did spend that one. It gets the hard knockdown, but not finishes it yet. Just JC. What a button.
Very nice stuff from Safe. Super clean round. See how round 3 plays out here. Off the bat, Mario with some pressure. We've got a lot of resources. We're going to use it. Uh-oh.
All right. Wow, really nice blocking.
Here we go. Some more.
Safe. Okay, so just still blocking it, not committing, stands, shield, and then the B counter, but nothing really after that. We did get a little bit of damage, but now Scrawt gets his opportunity.
Yeah, and we're going to spend the meter. Gotta love it. Gets a little bit of concentrate as well. Safe. Just playing safe.
Playing very safe. Okay, there's that nice BC. We get the forward projectile into the floor, get a nice block combo, do it again with the C version of that
did not get it West there, and with the moon drive gonna try and make a play. Oh, just barely didn't get a punch for that shield recovery.
It was like a second outside of that window.
Oh, and Save trying for the entire run under, but Scrawt still on the chase. Both players be seeing a lot of that today.
Yeah, and these two in particular like to counter with a BC when they just think it's not going to end up well for them. Like, Clash in the air doesn't net anything. God, these guys are actually really even. There's no moon, there's no magic circuit. We finally have an opening for Scrawt. Gonna go ahead and finish it with that little bit that they just built, and I love that they were in the middle of a charge when it ended.
Yeah, definitely. Melty, a game with a lot of air options, so you are truly blessed when you have good air normals that cross up, and we're seeing here Scrawt definitely leveraging them. And, you know, Scrawt nodding to himself, looks pretty confident.
Yeah, I know Scrawt also doesn't feel really great about starting on the player 2 side.
Yeah.
Mario does have some disadvantages from that, and so I feel like coming into this and then actually taking your first round from that disadvantage, that's good for your mental state. Comes in really strong with this one, taking a, now going to take like half of Safe's life.
Yeah, Scrawt just landing the meaty here. Safe. Trying options to get out of the corner, does succeed. It's one numb, but not the other.
All right, lots of fire. Oh, that was nice air movement, but if we have a moon drive to
oh my God!
The air. That was so delayed.
Okay, and Scrawt looking very close to closing this out here.
Tense. All right, now we have moon drive from Scrawt. We're trying to see what was going on.
Yeah, look at this aggressive use of moon drive, right? It's like, oh my.
Safe's blocking is really good. We get a clash and then just catches with good old nuns.
Yeah, the classic puppet character strategy there, just absorbing the poke, the challenge with your own nun, the chase down, doesn't get air unblockable, but still Scrawt's turn here.
Nice throw, changes sides, gets the punch done to come out, but committed to the shield, and now the beat counter is allowing Safe to get a lot of damage coming out here.
Yep, easy hit. We got meter. Yeah, we're gonna spend it. Oh no!
Oh no, this is very messy.
Oh! Doesn't get the confirm.
No. Oh my God, they're both scrambling right now.
Yeah, a lot of damage left on the table for Safe. But you know we are gonna get this one, and let's see if it's enough. Yes, it is. That
was probably the least clean I've seen either of them play recently.
Yeah, that was a little bit messy, but you know it is top 8 here at EVO. You gotta expect that.
And it's loud, and there's a fantastic crowd, and there's all of you at home watching too. So thank you for joining us as we get into this. Where ScrawtVermillion is opening up with another combo, but committed to a button on the other side.
Yeah, they've tried to stay alive here. It is match point for Scrawt. And Scrawt has a lot of meter. No drive access though, so that's the big thing here. Safe has mood drive. Doesn't even need it.
No. Okay.
Uh-oh. No mood drive cancel on that. Wow. Scrawt just getting a nice jump in here.
Has 4 bars.
Yeah, we're going to definitely spend meter.
Yeah, already went ahead and spent 1. Spent another right there. Gets the knockdown. Was a setup. Accent comes in overhead and the low. Same time. How do you block? I don't know.
Gotta be careful here. Scrawt finds it with the shield, but let's Safe get out of the corner. Oh, yo!
Okay.
Oh, there it is. The pop-off.
Yeah.
Feeling good about that.
I mean, I mentioned that Safe was not looking forward to that match.
Yeah.
I know Scrawt wasn't either. Scrawt was not looking forward to that either, so that's a definite confidence booster for them. So, range options, because Noel just kind of struggles at that long range, and then Tohno kind of wants to be in your face, and so she feels like Noel and Tohno's not too bad.
Yeah, you have a lot of big buttons you can throw out. You can kind of force your own pace, and that's definitely not what Tohno wants to do. However, we've really seen some great patient play from the Tohno so far in the bracket, right? I mean, I've just been loving the game plan from Uru, not trying to rush things too much, you know, just knowing, hey, you know, like if we see keys for zoning, it's just not going to be a big deal.
Oh my God,
I think there's going to be some spaces.
They both went boing. This is explosive. Kiri wants this so badly.
Neither player has fear here going into this first round. Pressure from Kiri. What's it going to be? We're holding down the board.
And there again, said patience from Uru. Waits for their opportunity, trying to get in the air, but when they can't commit, they go ahead and go that jump back.
Okay, finds the hit here, Uru. Here we go. Just spend another bar.
Yeah, nice air combo.
Oh, wow.
Side switch. Yeah, I didn't expect that. And I don't think Kiri did either, based on the fact that they're getting really hit.
Okay, one more.
Knockdown, and then a shield, but no commitment, as then low shielded again. It worked out. Tried to get just a couple little jabs in from Uru, but nothing really happening. God, there's such a similar mentality in the game plan.
Uru, though, kinda nice to see that move so fast. Not going to be quite enough. Yep.
Barely.
One throw, though. Anything, honestly, we ought to do. Let's see.
Yes.
Kiri, though, you know, if we get a heat or something, we land a hit, can definitely be in this game, and we win neutral. The big slam into keys.
All right, still not committing to a heat, trying to save that meter for when they really need it. Shield, and then just an air throw.
I love that. I love that because we haven't seen, Kiri's been very timid about the shield. When Kiri's seen Uru do a shield, rather than trying to actually punish, just playing very conservatively, just kind of jumping around, seeing what's going to go on, because right now there's definitely been a lot of layers of what people do as far as the re-shield goes. Are you doing the long hold shield? And it's definitely a point in the EVO bracket where it's very scary to try and gamble on slang, but we choose to gamble here and we get our reward, Kiri, with a big, nice BC.
Yeah, and goes ahead, spends the bar, almost had 4 bars of Magic Circuit, still working on 3. Still pressuring immensely. Good tech there on the grab. All right, we have shield. B counter comes out and just a little sweep, throwing out back keys. Kiri being much more conservative with the keys today than they were yesterday.
Oh! The drop, so it's caught in the air. Pressure here from Uru. Oh! Just barely missing the shield punish.
God, just the relentless pressure from Uru does happen to open up Kiri. Spends the bar, gets the launcher, and goes ahead, gets the throw. Gets, what a tech.
Oh my God!
Kiri's so ready, but then drops the comp.
Wait, should be enough, I think, with meter.
Maybe chooses to use it.
Oh, the paration.
No. Not enough.
Charged by Bestino, but armor, One step ahead.
Wow. Kiri did that with 2 health.
I mean, that was the math, right?
And the thing thing is, both of these players, being so defensive and so patient that they are, these matches are lasting a really long time.
Yeah, I think they're really feeling each other out. they're playing kind of similar in that regard.
They are. They really are. Okay, finally opens up with the overhead, gets a nice black key throw in there. Gonna get a good combo out of this. Spend some meter or save it. We're gonna save it for now.
More pressure here. I'm liking it. Nice throw from Kiri. Another one.
Do it again. I dare you. Oh, no.
Works out. We did rock scissors that time to land the hit, and that's gonna count.
And Crowd is actually kind of losing it for Kiri right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, Kiri really impressing people, I think.
Well, of all of the players, I mean, yesterday during our pools, we said we listed 7 of these players to make top 8. We did not have Kiri in there.
I mean, that was just a really clutch serving with the DK key. Love it. But Uru, definitely not one to be too spooked by that first game loss here. Putting on the pressure yet again. Oh, wow, empty low.
All right, this is a lot of damage coming out. Chooses to spend 1 bar, gets a lot of damage off of that, and there's not a lot of recoverable health coming after this too, if Kiri chooses to go ahead and use their key.
Oh, nope. Getting caught.
Hit by the low, yeah, this is...
Just OTT for some more damage. The crouch shield, the stare down, there it is, the BC punch to the BC. BC is such a good way to keep yourself safe and not have to deal with interactions unless the opponent is ready for it. You can get that timing to BC your own and get that punish.
Okay, shield in the air. Gosh, that's so risky, but it ended up working out for Kiri. Now, Tohno is stuck in the corner. They both got...
that's great, and he actually gets a confirm off of that.
Yeah, and had the advantage because of the fatal counter there, too.
That is nasty.
Oh, the empty jump there and just trying to go for the low, getting Kiri to commit to things that are just really dangerous.
Yeah, Larry EX confirmed from Uru.
Alright, Kiri's got to find an opening. Alright, there's the key. This is an opportunity. There's not a lot of health left, and just blocking, they're not getting anything out of this.
Oh, this pressure from Uru. Uru.
No, nothing. Just so much patience.
Again?
Wow, at the end of the little dash with the BC was able to get the overhead, but still, Kiri's blocking continues to impress.
Yeah, we get no punch for the BC. Chance here for Kiri. So gonna be, we don't really have much, but we do have Moondrive. We're gonna use it.
All right, nothing.
Didn't see anything, yeah.
Get a clash and then go for the low. Slides through. Now Moondrive activated for Uru. Has 3 bars. Gonna go ahead and end it in Arc Drive, and that's gonna take it.
All right, 1-1. Wow, that was a very slick kind of trip guard from the class sequence from Uru. We're tying it up. It's pretty back and forth, and I'm not just saying that because it's one-to-one, but the interaction so far, very interesting stuff.
It is. This is... They play very similarly.
Yeah.
And for an...
oh, wait, no, really?
No.
Yo!
Wait.
Oh, Seal, do it! No. Don't play with my heart. Oh, come on.
Don't do this to me. Look.
Well, now we're just trolling.
Well, you know what? We all thought in the Central Finals that the opponent against Masoma was trolling, and then they ended up playing Vlov, a character that they hadn't played the entire time.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous. It ended up being a reset, but like, some people have these hidden characters that they don't show until top 8, top 6, but Kiri does stick to the Noel.
All right, here we go. Uru willing to just, get caught?
I don't think they were willing to get caught, but she did.
Yeah, no, I mean, Uru's shown that they're willing to just kind of down back and see what's going on, but then they'll also just kind of get hit by a big button. So I think Kiri's timing is just really solid here.
Yeah, I feel like Kiri's, that little power from the audience trolling them, they gave her a little bit more power.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, hey, you're also spooking the opponent, right?
Yeah, definitely, because Uru was not going to be prepared to fight anything other than Noel in this match.
Oh no, crouch shielded.
But not a lot coming off of that. Better blocking on that mix from Kiri. Oh my god.
Nice.
Moondrive, and then we finally get a launcher coming out of Uru. That was an incredible exchange.
Yeah, nice field punish for the moon skill. Here we go, one more maybe. Just lows.
Right.
Oh my god!
Throw. What's... Okay, we get a fatal counter in the air.
Kiri!
Could end this with...
Yeah, I think she's kill. Yeah, she should be able to kill.
Chooses to just use the 1 bar instead. 2 bars kills. Yes. Wow, 1 round away from moving on. And look, look at the just bewilderment on Uru's face.
Uru seems like, Kiri's finding damage just like that.
Woo, that black key barely missed.
Uru looks spooked.
He
Go for
does.
the Lunar, gets keyed in the face.
Yeah, he's committing to
Oh
things
my
he
god,
hasn't done
doing
before.
DP roll.
What? Why? Why right there? What are you doing?
He just doesn't want to deal with these neutral options.
Okay. All right, a little bit more consistent there.
Okay.
We get a throw.
I mean, I think getting back thrown on accident, that was the problem for Udo. Okay, big jump C here.
Yeah,
This is the Udo gameplay that he's looking for.
Yeah, and this is going to take all of Kiri's moon drive away. Not going to have any of that left to deal with. And has a lot of meter on the side of Udo.
Yeah, we saw the throw attempt from Kiri. That info for Udo finds the hit here. Gotta love 2B. We've got meter too.
Yeah, goes ahead and use the arc drive. I mean, I would too. You know how to hold the moves that is
You
available.
will take the round. This is not a game where you can afford to let them stay alive, even at the deficit of meter here.
No, and so now 1-1 final round.
Yeah, and we finally get Nania mode here. So we see Udo. Oh, that's happened so many times with the floor jump for the wind power shield, but doesn't get the punch. But here it is. Udo with finding the hit.
Big combo.
Okay.
All right. So now blocking again from Kiri. Just trying to challenge in the air. Get Udo to commit to a button.
The key.
There's the opener. What a key.
Yeah, catching the back dash and the meter confirmed. Kiri, good chance here. What do we? Oh my God! And it finally pays off. We see the shield whip. We just wait for them to flinch, do something else. Kiri, brilliant.
Yeah, great. Forcing Udo to backdash.
Yeah,
oh
I mean,
my God, he's just trying to figure this out. What
Udo's
to
get
do?
back. Udo's back.
Fatal counter.
That's Melty blood, baby.
This is it. Kiri moves on.
Oh my God.
Wow. And the crowd is just electric.
The crowd is popping off. Kiri looks mildly happy. Kiri looks like, yeah, that was part of my plan. Yeah, she looks in the zone.
Yeah, I mean, I would be too, because now you have to fight somebody even more difficult.
Yeah, no. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Scrawt gets a 1P. So that is a slight benefit to Mario, and it's also a psychological boost, right? I mean, hey, you're going to be doing a lot of rock, paper, scissors in the match, so it's nice to start the game off with a dub already, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. They do go ahead and pick training stage, even though it's banned out of random, but whatever. But yeah, Scrawt already, you can see their gameplay is totally different on round start. They're much more confident.
Okay, and already, Aki, full screen here. Okay, just going to try and get some moon gauge and meter, obviously, but okay, we get the first hit here as Mario.
Yeah, gets a great job to have him charge as well and is able to get this knockdown. Oh, and another grab into a knockdown there too. The Axon doesn't get anything, but Uncle Aki is just already actively leading.
Yeah, definitely looking for a stand tech there off of that axe, but that is just a gross situation. You can't really jump the axe, otherwise you get caught here unblockable, so it's just a really gross situation, but great mitigation from Uncle Aki. We're going to take the damage, we're going to spend the meter. Here we go.
Shield, BC counter, and then a fatal counter comes out there for Scrawt, getting a little bit more damage.
Yeah, off
well.
the trait though, the big cannonball gets the dunks, and we will take the first round for Scrawt. Here we go, round two. The chase down from Scrawt creates some distance, but the none makes it so you're never safe. Nice air-to-air confirm.
Yeah. Big damage, big combo. Knockdown, and then, oh, I like the little reach up there to sort of throw off the way that they were coming down. It was nice.
Oh.
And then, oh, good blocking text.
I'll show you a throw technique.
Yeah, he sure did. And Scrawt fell for it, hook flying into sinker. We're going to get to see some damage. Spends a bar of Magic Circuit. Just gets more damage. Oh,
no.
Wow.
Yeah, not a good look here for Scrawt. Uncle Aki, spend some more meter. Why not? We got a lot of it.
Yeah, and especially because they have that extra bar since they're in that awakened state from losing the round.
Yeah, and Moon Drive, Moon Skill, gonna get a nice thing here from Scrawt. We've got stuff to spend. Let's do it. And that 1B side getting that Oki. Here we go.
All right.
Oh my God.
Another tech, similar courting situation. However, it was challenged. Just the challenge there is going to allow Scrawt to take this. It's going to close out the round.
Yeah, the thing is, you know, Scrawt going for these throws, they've been teched a lot of time, but, you know, Scrawt is also just reading ahead and looking at the situation after the throw tech, and has been playing that situation very well. So, yeah, I mean, the Mario player experience.
Yeah, spent that first bar meter very early, and now takes a lot of damage because it happened to whip. So Uncle Aki is taking the advantage of this. Putting Scrawt on that two-player side probably knows the disadvantages from being over there.
Available. Let's see if either player uses it here. Big air-to-air. Doesn't get the full confirm, but we're still giving chase. Finds it.
All right, slides through, has plenty of meter if they want to use it. Moon is full as well. Okay, they do spend that one bar that they just built.
Okay, looking to try and close out here, but
oh! The moon drive into the heat, that was really good for Scrawt. They gave him another chance at life.
Chance here for Scrawt. Yeah, racking up the damage.
Okay, charges, just trying to extend his moon
Oh,
drive as much as possible. Oh, no!
And Uncle Aki finding the opening, just jumping over, clearing the nun. Looking to try and tie this up here. And Scrawt, no moon drive. We've got meter, but
no, it's slides in a little charge. Finally gets got 2 slivers because they got the extra hit.
Oh, beautiful confirm from Scrawt.
Oh, was trying to bait a button out of Uncle Aki, didn't get anything out of it when Aki committed to a low. Does get an opening here. God, so much mix coming out of Scrawt. The throw for Mario,
yeah,
so
just
fast.
racking up the damage. There it is. Oh, doesn't confirm off with the punish. Here we go.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, Uncle Aki staying alive. Definitely can make this comeback, but there it is, a challenge.
Right.
So how much meter are we going to spend here? Just 1 bar?
1 bar, 2 bars, and finishes it there.
All right, so Scrawt on that point here. Again, in this situation without accessing moon drive, but just been doing a really good job of stalling out and just building the moon drive when you need it, or just hitting him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like Scrawt is just trying to mentally degrade what's going on with Uncle Aki. Challenge in the air, takes a good portion of damage, but another tech comes out, doesn't get anything off the bait, and doesn't get anything off of that BC counter either.
Yeah, you saw Scrawt was so ready for the charge fight. So you haven't really seen it come out that much from Uncle Aki. It is unblockable, so you kind of have to stand shielded to stay alive, but so ready for it. More pressure here.
Yeah, what a sandwich situation that Scrawt was able to set up. Only gets 1 little tap, and then the low to open up. Not a ton of meter, but I feel like Scrawt with an extra moon, if chooses to use moon drive, is going to go ahead and close it.
Here we go. Scrawt smells blood. 1 more maybe. Can Uncle Aki get out? No, there's the throw.
Oh.
Nice GG shake by hand. And then pause from Uncle Aki. Like, that just really happened. That's how I lost. That's how I go out. Just like this.
Just like that. But it reminds me of just like some of the older EVOs where, you know, and I just don't think it can be understated how important this is, how much development and how much growth for this game is going to come out of what's happening here today, what's happened here over the course of the weekend already.
I mean, this is also going to set the tone for the rest of the top 4, right? Because
it definitely is.
Regardless of which way it goes, there's going to be a lot to be picked up on from the other players watching this. So everyone's really watching this with bated breath. Here we go. Game 1, Masoma versus Jing, and Masoma finds the first hit.
What a strong opening. Masoma sometimes in the beginning of a round will not do a whole lot trying to feel it out. I definitely think they knew that they have to be aggressive against Jing, because Jing will take every opportunity to be aggressive, and still being opened up with this big corner pressure gets a launcher.
I mean, we talk about how Japan doesn't really use shield as much, but that was very characteristic, just trying to get out of the corner and crouch shield, right?
Right. All right, shield but no commit there from Jing. Getting stuck in the air, not getting anything. They just haven't been able to do anything. Both projectiles hit and a JC.
No, the key.
And a perfect.
Yeah, we burned all of our meter. I'm not sure what the plan was that Jing's supposed to be showing us here, but it's not really working out in round 1. But here we go, offense time. BC to keep it safe. More pressure here from Jing.
Oh God, they just stared at each other.
We got more?
All right. Oh,
that does not
work?
work?
That was not safe at all. This is an opportunity for Jing.
1, 2, the low. Substantial attempt from Masoma.
And Jing gonna go ahead and open it up. Cake table comes out, gets a hard knockdown, and then, okay, good blocking, and not, okay, I was about to say not committing to a shield, and then he did.
Yeah, I think he was expecting maybe a BC fall from Jing, trying to BC it back, but there's the air dash. Punishes the stand tag, here we go.
This is big opportunity, and look how much recoverable health Masoma has. He chooses to use heat as soon as he gets to magic circuit. We don't have meter yet, he's gotta build it back, but finds the hit, so. Yeah, but Masoma is notorious for not using that for heat.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he can get the forced heat route, he'll take it, but I expect to see just a moon drive to close it out.
Oh,
there's a BC follow like we talked about. Okay, Jaden fights back. Round 3.
Masoma brought that pretty far back to
No,
Jing,
definitely, yeah. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see the characteristics projectile moon drive.
Yes.
Try and get an air unblockable or something. But Masoma maybe just looking for round 3, right? Maybe he was just kind of looking ahead a bit.
Yeah, all right, gets another air dash jump in with the JC.
Yep, punishing that crowd shield. It is tough to just try and play the shield game against a good Vlov. There's the air moon drive.
Yeah, moon drive from moon drive. Very well done. That is, I know, pretty stylistically American. Gets a hit out of it as well. Jing really studied in the way that the moon drive is working now.
Okay. See if Jing is going to get it. He will land the mix. One more after this. See Masoma out of drive. Again, the empty low. That's that classic Hisui. And you got to feel good about that one as the Hisui player, right?
Yes, you definitely do. And at the end of that, Jing just kind of reeled back in his chair like, okay, all of that practice paid off.
No, that's definitely big. You want those to land.
Yeah, and Masoma just kind of looking like Masoma.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Yeah, Masoma, you know, very good. I feel like pretty good tournament nerves on Slates. Always looking like they're calm and have the game plan down. And I think Vlov suits that very well. You don't want to crack here. Take your damage where you can find it, and certainly a lot of damage for Masoma here. We have a lot of drive left still.
Using that really well, too. I like where he activated the moon drive after the projectile hit, just so he could figure out what he wanted to do. Yeah. This is a turn for Jing, though.
Yeah, and Masoma out of moon drive. Here we go. Jing did it once before. Let's see if he can do it again. Empty low gets blocked. More pressure, though. We're going to spend meter. It's still Hisui's turn. 1, 2, 3. The throw.
Yeah, again,
shield.
I feel like every time that Masoma is stuck in that situation, he chooses to use shield, and he's being really punished for it. All right, King Table comes out, gets the launcher and the knockdown. Not dead yet, though. Oh my God, he just raised up to that book.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just a clean meaty. Masoma exploding in game 2 so far. Oh!
Whoa. Nice air dash in with the overhead, but no, now it's Jing's turn again. He's dropping things really uncharacteristically right now.
Yeah, especially this kind of game, you really want to finish your plays. Moon tries to just see the Oki, but it's just the Hisui with the meaty. This time the GC heat works, though. If you are close enough, you can hit that dust.
Okay, he's almost out of heat. Does he get to choose? Yes. Go ahead at the last second. Use that arc drag, get the extra damage charge. So he's got 1 sliver of moon there. Gets 2 now with the throw.
All right, and we get the tech. Chair for pressure. Oh my God!
Shield, and on a counter. Very well done.
All right, Masoma wins that shield RPS. That's huge. Haven't actually seen too much of the shield RPS thing going on yet. You know, obviously we're baiting the shield. There's the air unblockable. Jing jumping straight into the trap.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of moon left in that, so it's a very short moon drive, but gets as much as he can off of it.
Yeah, we're just spending here to check them out and just try and build more moon gauge up to get that game plan going again. We see these super jump shields from Jing, just trying to get close enough and maybe use a BC follow up to force their way in. We know Masoma doesn't have any more BC, so we find a hit here though.
Plenty of meter if Jing chooses to use it just to get some more damage out.
Masoma though, has the moon drive now.
Yeah, not a ton. So, okay, if he doesn't commit to a shield here, never mind. Gets hit with an overhead.
Yes, eats the mix. The Hisui game plan. Spend some meter. Here's the knockdown. One more time. The moon drive to see it. The room. Oh my God! Wow, and Masoma, the landing was just too awkward. Looked like we're both on the same page there as far as the shield RPS goes, but
yes,
just things worked out for Jing.
They did. That was very, very tense though, and it really felt sort of like at the end of that, Masoma didn't really know what to do sort of in the corner there.
Yeah, I mean, we see moon drives coming up from Masoma on defense, and that is definitely a sign that this Oki is not okay to hold, right?
Right, and as you noticed, we are best of 5 for this.
Yeah.
And so we're getting into it again. Masoma has got a huge mountain to climb, though.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an uphill battle. Jing very confidently on that 2-0 with a character with consistent knockdown game that's been working out. You got to be feeling good about that one. BC to keep it safe. More pressure. Oh no, the hands whipping. Masoma gets a clean hit.
Yeah, that 2-8 really comes out fast for Vlov, and was able to open up Jing. So just trying to prevent air raid. Just comes in with that though.
I mean,
big sword buttons.
Yeah, Vlov Rekka, huge.
It is. It's deceptively large too, and it works out for Masoma. Gonna put 1 round on the board. But Jing, I mean, definitely with the way they've been playing, not out of it yet.
Yeah. Again, we're seeing this kind of jump shield gameplay to just try and get around these projectiles. It's hard to really say how well it's been working. It's kind of been a non-factor so far. Not too many huge hits coming from Jing for that. It's really just been about the knockdowns and whether they've been working or not. Speaking of which, Masoma finding a clean hit. What more might do it? We'll see. We have Moondrive, so maybe he's just looking for the jump. He finds it, but yeah, there's enough air options there that he's going to be okay. Counter hits the BC fall just too far. The spacing is very difficult on that.
That was extremely well played. The way that he went ahead and when he activated the Moondrive and then used that, instead of, you know, jumping in like he would normally do, go underneath to just get the spacing that he wanted. It worked out great for him.
Yeah, the air-to-air counter hit though, after the BC follow-up from Jing, though, that's the kind of thing right now that I think Jing tried to feel out. He looked very nervous and pressured after the end of that round. But because if you were a little closer, I think you would have actually gotten the hit. You would have actually punished Vlov. So it is a very specific thing I think that Jing is trying to do here with these BCs to just, you know, get in, not necessarily quite for the punish. The stare down. Oh.
Yeah, fatal counter with the throw. I mean, if your opponent is blocking that much, go ahead and throw them. Get some damage on the table. Overhead doesn't work out. Fatal counter throw again.
It's about time for something to happen. I feel like both players are just waiting to explode here.
Yeah, no can really commit to that shield, make sure that he's still going to be safe. The dust comes out. But again, they're just blocking.
Yeah, might spend more, yep. So out of meter, but we do get a throw into Oki. Another one.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't care that was thrown, just I'm happy.
Yeah, no, me too. All right, but now got Vlov doing Vlov things, lots of projectiles.
Playing around the BC. Counter hit. Here we go. With the crowd chanting for the combos too. We've got Moondrive out of meter, but you know, Moondrive maybe the more important thing here. Okay, forcing our turn in. There's 28 seconds on the clock.
This is going down to the wire.
Oh my God! It goes so far.
It goes so far. Vlov's B and C buttons are so big.
Okay, Jing with the scoop. My turn. There we go. Too close on the dust. The GC didn't work in the first round because it's too far away, but now I think getting a better feel for how close the EX dust can actually be for you to actually punish him with the GC heat.
No commit in the air, just using backdash. We do have a Moondrive activation, and Masoma getting a ton of damage after that double down B gets in charge and trying to get some moon back.
Yeah, Masoma really showing that you can only dice so much, but it's the real application that counts, right? It's like Jing knows he can't jump at the wrong places and get air unblockable from the Moondrive, and yet we've seen him get caught a couple times now. It's not easier said than done, absolutely.
Yeah. Getting, okay, sets up the dust, but this cutting victory. Oh, he committed to a shield, and Jing was already behind him.
That's...
Oh,
yeah,
no!
That one was really difficult, so I wasn't sure either. I was like, oh! And yeah, Jing willing to just take it. I mean, hey, if it works, you get heated, but if it doesn't work, you kill them. So not a bad gamble if the spacing is super close, right?
No. Ooh, that was there. I felt like there could be a lot more punish there. Okay, gets a throw again. The bento setup in the corner. Crowd is going absolutely crazy.
There's no BC from Jing though. Doesn't get the confirm, but will get the cannonball. Takes the heat. Oh, this is not good for Masoma.
No, this is terrible. The kick table set up.
Masoma probably going to be on Pixel here. What's the mix-up? 1, 2. More! That's the low! Oh. I mean, the score was 3-1, but it didn't feel that way.
No. No, it did not.
I feel like Jing right now, dude. Like, oh man, Masoma had so many good moments.
Masoma had so many good moments, but the problem was Jing had more of them.
Yeah.
Jing absolutely had more. And I love how
it's only matches where you might not have ever actually been the opportunity you could win. So it's big, but like I said before, I honestly feel like you definitely get that boost mentally. It's kind of like picking your own color you were talking before, right? You get out of the comfort zone. I don't know. I don't think Scrawt is too phased by whether he is playing on one tier 2P side, but it is just another thing that he's got to keep track of. So I'm very impressed he's able to implement it really well in his game plan.
Yeah, and at that in that pre-round movement as well, you could see he was trying to jump over Kiri just to get the advantage of being on the other side.
Here we go. Yeah, that axe pressure. But keeping it safe. Scrawt just kind of keeping it airtight here. There's the heat.
Yeah, not a ton of health, but just really wanted to be able to try and get something. Now it's gone. It was a very short one, but we get Moondrive activation from Kiri to try and get some. Oh, just throw.
Yeah, the stare down.
And Moondrive activation in response, which is interesting because Scrawt usually does Moondrive pretty immediately after their opponent.
Okay, more pressure. Wow, again, Kiri's defense. She's not really cracking from any of this.
Kiri uses heat very liberally, and she continues to do it.
I mean, it's amazing. It's a huge boon if you're able to land it.
Right.
Just get back into any game that you were playing for the back foot.
Okay. Very patient gameplay from both people. Scott really not being able to find an opening right now. Uses the EX edge, doesn't get anything out of it. Text and this is an advantage now for Kiri, getting some damage out.
Yeah, actually taking the life lead, and we have no gas as Scrawt right now. Like, Mario's got no gauge, not even 100 here. It's Kiri's chance to shine potentially, but the huge dunk. Oh no!
This is a lot of damage. We've got meter to spend as well. Goes ahead and uses it there, and God, just the way that you're able to set up these sandwich situations.
If Kiri lands a heat, I don't think Scrawt's gonna live. 4 seconds.
No 3.
Yeah.
And then
That's a really tough situation as a defender when you have Mario on the other side of the screen just chucking at you. And like, if you're not close enough to actually get a BC punch or anything, it's just very difficult to actually make
projectile for projectile there to round start. And I like the way that they just ran at each other and stared.
Yeah, Scrawt really ready with those air keys, ready to shield those at a moment's notice. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Moondrive is up, so we're getting a little bit more here. Punch Stun is going to able to extend that combo. Okay. Yeah, Kiri's not really getting a whole lot out of this and gets a throw for her troubles.
Okay, air shield and then BC follows out, so we're out of the corner, but still having to hold Scrawt's pressure.
Right, overhead.
Yeah, the key to the EX, not a bad way to create space, but Scrawt just, you know, able to just jump completely over that. Finds a hit here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Alright, good. Another combo. Not going to be able to close it out here, so once the setup, there's axe comes out. And just again, he'll fake that low and then immediately go for the throw afterwards. It's a really good setup for him, and he takes the first game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, multi-layered Oki setups in this kind of game are pretty huge. It's very, not every character has access to just destructive mix-up on the fly, so just being able to, you know, put the fear in them with those throw attempts and know that you can still play even if it doesn't work out is pretty huge here.
Yeah, Scrawt definitely feeling a little bit more confident at the start of game 2. Just a lot of pressure, not a lot of damage, but the pressure I feel like is what's more important. However, Kiri gets the opening here. Hasn't used any of the black keys yet, just spent one there. And that was nice turn.
Okay, here we go. Back-to-back hit for Kiri. Moondrive's gonna let them see what's going on.
Yeah, 2 Moondrives now were spent just trying to get anything out of this, and really nice, again, fantastic blocking out of Kiri, something we've said consistently over the course of this top 8.
Oh. Okay, here's the mix-up. Nice tech left. Kiri's throw game, so good.
Incredible. Gets the knockdown here and is able to close it out. Kiri puts it around to the board.
Kiri's game plan, don't get hit them. Really been impressing me.
Yeah, it works. Hit, don't get hit, succeed.
Yeah, I mean, holding all this pressure from Scrawt. Let's see if Scrawt can open up. There's the hit from the throw. But oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen Kiri actually get caught stand teching in a long time.
Yes, in a very long time. This is a great combo here from Scott. And then opens up with just the low. Doesn't have to use the little throw afterwards to do any mix. Oh, Moondrive does come out, but
oh no. Well, still a good situation for Scrawt. Scrawt just looking to close it out here. Yeah, yes. Easily, very happily burns the mirror. Okay. Yeah, Kiri letting loose a little bit on defense, I think, at the end.
Definitely. It was, I mean, as I even highlighted right before this, it was like great defense, and then it was like, not so great defense.
Yeah, huge round start for Kiri, but was unable to get it confirmed. Scrawt looking to just try and win neutral here again with these jumps. Disengage though, like the movement from Kiri as he's playing around that nun. That nun called air is something that gives a lot of players trouble, but we actually haven't seen it put in that much work.
That activation with the Moondrive and then the keys coming afterwards. Catches Strut unawares. We're gonna go ahead and finish it with the arc drive. I don't know, he's not dead.
He's alive just barely. What's it gonna be? Oh, wow, catches him! And yeah, Mario Scrawt just not respecting the key pressure.
No, and they're right back in, and they're so ready to keep fighting.
Yeah, no hesitation. We're just going.
No,
just slugging it out.
They said match, rematch. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And we're back into it already. Opens it up with the throws for significant damage of this round. Do it again. I dare you. Do it again.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, the cracks are showing, I think, for Kiri's defense. It's really, it's just a mental game. Like, you get thrown a couple times and you start rethinking what you're doing.
Yes, and unfortunately, Kiri is really second-guessing themselves, and they're getting hit by every mix of Scrawt is bringing.
Yeah. All right, one more. Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, the defense from Kiri falling apart a little bit. Scrawt is doing such a good job of sticking to their guns and leaving the, it's the tournament pressure, it's the match, you know.
Yeah, and you can tell that Kiri's having trouble because they haven't used any of their magic circuit. They're sitting on that 4 bars. This is an opportunity, but unfortunately drops it.
Oh, there's an opportunity again for Kiri. Just finds the hit here. Scrawt unable to do anything on Wake Up. In the corner. Oh, nice! Takes the corner and punishes the crouch shield.
Yeah, gonna try and get this out, spending any meters that they can go into this round. Much better to say they only spent 1 bar.
Yeah.
So they're coming into this with a good amount of meter, on both sides.
Yeah, remember guys, this one is 2 out of 3. This is not lose finals, lose semis. So this is last game, last round here.
Yeah, loser of this goes to the spectators bracket.
Yeah, and Scrawt, no moon drive to counter. Jump A!
Oh no!
And that spacing was really scary, but Kiri gets the clean confirm here, spends some more meter, and Kiri in a good position to try and close down now. Just needs to find a really solid here. If they can, it'll be really difficult. Uphill battle.
Oh no, committed to a shield,
my God,
the overhead. This could definitely be it. All right, no,
yeah,
only expensive battery.
This situation here for Scrawt is very dangerous. Oh! No! At the end of the day, the panic key, the gamble does not pay off. Kiri takes out. Ah! No! I can't believe it!
This is ridiculous. Okay, Scrawt gets a hit in the air. Oh, we got a moon drive activation.
Again! No, wait! And Scrawt can try to run this back. He's gaining enough life from that heat. He can still do it.
All right.
Someone's got to go home after this. Oh! Oh, no, the drop! Oh, the reset!
That was electric.
Spaghetti all over the place at the end of the day, Kiri. Oh, my
Oh my God, my heart! Those last moments, the scrambles, the commit. There was a moment, and I hope like we get to see it later, when in that one combo where Scrawt was how much she's trained in this, but felt really uncomfortable because they were new to the Melty Blood series since they only came in with type Lumina.
Yeah, Kiri just getting stronger and stronger throughout the bracket. Now has to fight Masoma. Both of these players from America fighting to be the last one left to try and take out Jing from Japan. Just waiting comfortably in the winner's side of Grand Final. So here we go, guys.
We're getting into this losers finals. It is going to be the best of 5. So we're going to have a lot of sort of set play options and things like that. But we're already opening with both players hitting their moon drive.
Yeah, the interaction so far has just been so beautiful in this round start. Just back and forth checks. Both players just ready for every movement, but finally here, Masoma catches Kiri twitching. Going to be able to burn a lot of this moon drive gauge. That's a huge win for Masoma here.
Yes, big charge too. Got plenty of moon back from that.
Yeah, we land another throw or hit, might be able to get drive, but instead Kiri's the one. Finds a big hit here, tries to run it back. Soon we got on knockdown here, Masoma on defense. What's it going to be? Oh!
What a commitment with that shield and the overhead. Gets a fatal counter, gets extra damage from it. Goes ahead and spends 1 bar of meter as well. Just jumping to trying to get the overhead catch. Masoma doing something that is unexpected.
Patience for Masoma, but let's see how long it lasts. Tries to shield, yeah. Oh no! Doesn't get the punish for it. Was looking for maybe a BC follow-up.
Yeah, all right, recover in the air, has the shield, just not getting anything. We've got had enough moon there to get another moon drive activation as well, but it's already gone.
And now things are even, but Masoma has no drive, so forced to burn some meter, staying alive, plays around.
No. That is a really great move from Noel, but the recovery on him, it's a high risk, high reward thing, and unfortunately you high risk and you risk.
Well, you know what? Kiri has won many a match off of that move, and again, finds the first hit in this round 2 off of it. The ticks, the pressure, the keys. Okay.
Wow, clash in the air. Masoma does end up winning that. This is a really good opportunity for him. He gets knocked out and gets only 1 of the moon there.
Oh! It's a lot of damage here from Masoma from cross map.
Gets hit.
In the air blockable.
Yeah, there we
We've seen
go.
this.
Masoma's going to take the first one. But again, Kiri has shown us time and time again that she is able to adapt and able to adjust. And in particular, the rate at which she plays, her tempo is so slow.
Absolutely.
And if she's able to bring Masoma down to that tempo, that's really what happened with Scrawt.
Yeah.
Is she pulled him down to where she wanted to play.
Absolutely.
But Masoma's not breaking yet.
Absolutely. It's the same thing happened versus many of Kiri's opponents, is that her ability to just create a lot of mental pressure forces the opponents to just crack. But Masoma is the player, I think, who might be best at not getting pressured by this kind of play style. We see Masoma very stoic, so just keeping with their same game plan. It's really being the one that tries to force Kiri to introduce the counterplay here.
We had an activation there from Kiri for Moondrive, and now it's just her turn to take control.
Yeah, Masoma trying to snipe like an air unblockable situation, I think, but not fast enough, and Kiri ready with the shield, gets that hit. And we still are in drive here, the stare down.
Yeah, long hold on that shield, and again, long hold. We just get Black Key. She's almost out of Black Key. She's only got 2 left.
But you know what? I mean, we haven't even really been paying attention to the resource as far as keys go, because Kiri's been doing such a good job managing it. Clutch heat here. So we could be in for a long one now, but no, spoke too soon. Just the cannonball super jump here. Kiri finds in against the zoner. Finishes him off. Gotta love the Arkhangel fans, by the way.
Yeah, they designed Noel's animations just so spectacularly, and she just makes me laugh.
She got the big stick. She knows what she's doing with it.
Yep, she sure does. All right, and there we have the triple double downs from Masoma to get some significant damage at the start of this. And again, he's just trying to control both the air and the ground space, which Vlov is really good at, especially in ice.
Oh, get the run under. Sees the air stall from Kiri. One step ahead, Masoma. We'll spend meter, we'll get some more. And now we have the threat of air blockable again. Not even gonna need it.
No. That was a near perfect as well. Masoma really finding their comfort zone. He refuses to get brought down to this tempo that Kiri wants to play at.
Snipe in the air unblockable, but the shield, yeah, there's the gap there.
Okay, just slides underneath. Although Vlov is one of the tallest characters in the game, his dash speed is one of the faster ones, and it's a big advantage for him.
And we're just getting some more resources here while Kiri just tries desperately to create space.
B counter, but nothing really came after it. Masoma doing a great job blocking all of that incoming damage. I say that, gosh darn it, I cursed him.
Okay. No counter hit. Oh, the stare down into Kiri fighting the hit. We just spent some meter.
Yeah.
And then here we go, there. Kiri with the chance. Yeah, Moondrive, that's okay for Kiri though. Sees it.
Yeah. Doesn't really get to take advantage of it. The VC just brings Masoma closer to Kiri. He's throwing out all of those ice on the floor. Kiri not following for it though. Oh! And a big catch from Kiri. She puts one on the board. It's 1-1. And this is best of 5.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That was crazy though. I mean, I think a lot of people were kind of looking at those keys in the shield being like, well, that's not good. You're going to give Masoma Moondrive and he's going to be able to have some options. But Kiri says, no, it was all just part of my plan to get this super jump in, right?
Yes, exactly. And it worked out. Oh! He saw that key coming and Masoma had already committed to the anti-air. So he went ahead and used his Moondrive so he didn't get hit by it.
Oh, yeah, you are slightly minus after the Moondrive. So Masoma getting a reward off of that situation. And here we go.
Oh, he got
whoa! Yeah, that's a crouch shield shot. I'm not sure if that was what they were looking for there, but okay, here we go. He's gonna finish it off, I think.
Yep, does go ahead. A lot of the rounds that Masoma wins are just very dominant, and that's how he wants it to be. Because he doesn't want to have to really work for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's Vlov's game plan. It's really this nice feedback loop. You land a hit, and then off of your ender, you get to charge a lot, build some more Moondrive, and use that Moondrive to create those air unblockable situations, or at the very least force your way in. Really works well when you're doing well.
Yeah, it does. This is another good combo here from Kiri. Spends meter to get more damage out of it. Overhead is blocked this time, but that worked for the best. And there, high risk, high reward, and so much reward.
Okay, Kiri looking to try and close this round out. Steals the corner, but no dice on pressure. And Masoma, does the stand shield, but goes for the beat follow-up.
All right.
Oh!
Okay, did you get the fatal counter?
Kiri's so good at that!
She's so good!
Has not dropped that confirm either. I mean, even though it is fully undeckable off the counter hit, we've seen other players miss their conversions off of those clutch hits, and Kiri's been ready every time.
Right in a row.
Three?
Yes, let's do it again.
It can't be a fourth, right?
Yes, do it again.
Oh, no. Okay. Masoma broke it off.
No, I loved it. 4 throws in a row, 4 successful throws.
That's the record. Pressure. Masoma burning all the drive. Kiri's got a lot. See what she can do with it. Oh, gets caught.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Especially with an incredible start like that. All right.
Yeah.
Masoma able to get some charge back there. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, this is huge. But Masoma spent all of his magic circuit building it a little bit slowly, but he does have half of that move.
Yeah, Masoma in one touch range. We've seen Kiri in the situation go for the heat, just try and force it in, but I don't know if they're going to have an opportunity. Going for the EX, but that doesn't work apparently.
No, that was unfortunate. All right, Masoma. He's thinking. He's really thinking about it.
Okay. Masoma now only needs one more game. But it has been pretty back and forth. Masoma, like you're saying though, the wins that Masoma does get have been very impactful, very one-sided.
They have. And, okay, he just goes BC, tries to keep that safe. Masoma's doing a lot of the A counters and a lot of like very delayed A counters.
Yeah, when you delay them much, you can counteract the reshield landing recovery to just get the fourth planet. So he's been winning this RPS.
He has, but now here gets an opportunity here. Goes ahead, gets a little bit of a charge in there. And Masoma, I mean, again, you gotta pay attention to that moon meter because he's out and it's such a huge resource for him.
Okay. So Kiri finds a hit. Not enough to kill, but definitely putting in range.
Building a lot of meter in the meantime, too.
And Masoma does not have moon drive, so there it is. Not enough,
no.
but.
I dare you to throw again.
Goes for it.
Really do. No, doesn't happen.
Masoma on the offense here.
Yeah,
definitely going to be scary though.
Yeah, and he does use some of his magic circuit, which is kind of unusual because usually he likes to keep that for the next round.
Yeah, and you can actually generate a little life from shielding too, but
yay!
I mean, 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, this is...
Oh! No way!
We get
No
an
way!
opener.
No way!
Yeah, Masoma could absolutely take this if they want to. Goes ahead, uses the
my God,
moon
no
activation
way!
and take it, and then can catch it in the air. It's
oh
not
my
dead.
God! It's there! No!
The scaling!
Wait! Oh! You gotta be kidding me!
No, there was so much scaling in that he couldn't
close it out. Elite would kill. That's insane! Oh my God, Kiri! If only Kiri somehow making that magic sequel happen.
She's got to be magical. She's turned Noel into a magical girl.
Armor. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
It's always been her matches. These things just keep happening.
Why do they keep happening?
And so Kiri staying alive here. Moondrive to keep themselves safe. Oh no!
And again, these commitments to the shield are the things that are really getting Kiri in trouble. And okay, we did get a tech that time, but these throws have been clutch on both of their sides right now. Whoa! And as I said it, that's an option. Do it again. Oh, girl, do it again. Nope. Okay.
All right, the slam doesn't find anything. Oh, wow, trying to jump out afterwards, but whoa! Oh, yeah, the scramble comes out ahead of Masoma. Yep, once again, just building game. We have enough to moondrive yet again. We're gonna look for that.
All right, shield, but didn't go all the way through. Okay, again, the commitment with the shield and Masoma's punishing it.
Yeah, I don't think Kiri wanted. I think Kiri wanted a lot more for the moondrive, but staying alive yet again. Okay.
I was like, no, not again. Don't do this to me
again. Yeah, okay, so Masoma now on match point, only needs one more round. We got Moondrive, looking for it. Yeah. Does not get the full confirm.
No. Doing a great job anti-airing a lot of this movement coming in from Kiri. She's choosing to jump a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, with good reason, look at all the stuff coming out on the floor, and then she gets caught by it.
Yeah, Kiri was going full aggro for a moment, but Masoma is so good at cycling that pressure. Just building. I don't know if you can just let him do this like this. Now he's just Moondrive.
He's done it. There it is.
Masoma takes over Kiri. The shake ahead of disappointment from Kiri at the end there. Kind of looked like it was falling apart. Masoma just being the one to stay solid throughout the set. But amazing performance from Kiri. I know that's not going to be the last time I say that.
No, it's not. And I know this is not the last time that we're going to see her.
Absolutely.
This was such a breakout performance. And I hope that she...
The American scene overall after playing them in the tournament, he was saying one of the things he noticed was that Americans, he felt like they were a little bit worse at teching throws, but they were much better at knowing how to kind of abuse based on character matchup, like knowing how to play around the opponent's strengths and really capitalize on their weaknesses. I thought that was really interesting.
That is a really interesting point, especially, you know, coming into this, getting that little bit of insight, and the audience is absolutely hyped right now, and we hope you are at home too. This is it. This is Grand Finals of Melty Blood type Lumina here at EVO 2022. Let's go!
Here we go. We saw this again in Winners Finals. There was a lot laid out. Let's see if there's been adaptations since that set. I mean, it's definitely on Masoma to try and change things up, right? Jing did end up getting ahead here, but Jing finds the first hit. And way to set a pace for this Grand Finals.
Yeah, this is the combo that we've seen time and time again. They're so comfortable in it.
So we'll see an EX here probably. No, repressure from projectile. Air dash, there's a shield, but needs to keep it safe. Whoa!
Yeah, that was actually really interesting. There just seemed like feeling it out. There's definitely some nerves going on.
Jumping air shield might have been a play for these fireballs. There's a jump in the, table, too fast, there's a counter hit.
Yep. Gonna set up again. Yep, here comes the table, gets the launch off of it.
All right, and Masoma with meter gets hit low.
No, this is very one-sided right now. I feel like Jing has got a lot of time to mentally prepare for this, especially after watching that hard-fought match from Masoma. However, he's not dead yet.
No, that's too far. I was going to say, when is it going to happen? That's still a question that's left on the table here between these two.
He keeps getting hit by that. That's like the fourth of the time.
The thing is, it's hard to actually tell the spacing, I think, for him, because Hisui can just try and space it out a little bit, and Hisui's the one in control, right? Yes. All you can do is try and GCE.
Okay. Again, this is just, I feel like this is just confidence from Jing.
And they will get seen by Moondrive, but that does put Masoma into an advantage in Moondrive here. Jing probably just going to try and wait it out or find an opening to BC through. We'll see. There's the shield. Yep, jump shield. It's a good jump here on the table.
No. Right. Again, going to go for the table setup.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have enough meter. There's a stand shield. Doesn't get punished though. We're out.
Yes.
Masoma's turn.
Okay, text the throw. That was a really nice
God, the pursuit with chair. That looks violent.
It is violent. It's just some wrestling stuff right there.
The call out though. Call out the backdash at the throw attack.
All right, so Jing, 1 up. And as a reminder, this is a best of 5. However, this is a double elimination tournament, so Masoma would have to win too.
Yeah, so Masoma still got a long road ahead. Jing with a little more breathing room here. So far, the heat was not a good luck, but Masoma still got a lot of opportunities.
Yes, great opener here. Again from Jing, just not letting Masoma get any of his tricks going.
Yeah, Jing is just playing so clean right now. Here's this another knockdown, tries to base playing out. Love the dive.
But again, I like the dive, but there was no commit. Jing is just not willing to put out a button to put him in a disadvantageous situation.
Yeah, we see those jump shields coming out for Jing. Again, those are meant to try and shield the projectile and then try and use the BC fall to either punish or at least kind of win neutral. And then you also obviously build stuff where you successfully shield, so it's definitely a win-win if you can pull it off. And Jing taking the light lead here. We've got meter on both sides, so I wonder if they'll just, okay, stand shield.
I wonder if he will not take this round.
Yeah, that's a difficult place to try and shield on wake up there. A lot of options that Hisui can do, but we have seen Masoma is definitely very comfortable at trying to commit to a shield there on wake up, like we're seeing.
Yeah, but again, Masoma committing to the A and the BC just keeps Jing safe. What's the setup here? Okay, we do get a low into this combo. It's gonna go ahead and get Masoma actual damage on the board.
Yeah, Jing trying to go for that T-Guy to try and beat stance X of Masoma against some well-earned damage here. Just getting a lot of damage from Chip, like the successful shield preventing it. There it is, but this time Masoma was 1 step ahead, but just barely missed space and could not get the punish. That's actually really unfortunate for Masoma. Had the right plan.
Okay, shielding again. Just Jing is taking a ton of chip too. That's a lot of recoverable health, but that's a lot of chip too.
Yeah, we have a lot of meter though for Jing.
All right, yeah, if they that could have been terrible. Okay. It is terrible.
Yeah, chair, a lot of recovery on that. Very nice jump back from Masoma. I was wondering how Jing was going to mount this comeback.
Yeah.
Turns out Masoma just said no.
You're not allowed to.
All right, there's the air-to-air. They call out on the jump here. Jing, we're going to spend some meter. And we're going to see what this knockdown gives us.
Okay.
No dice so far, but yep, that's too far, and I think Masoma knows it. Crouch shield, but the beats to keep it safe. More pressure. There's a throw attack.
Oh! The overhead comes out, and now Masoma is in this really comfortable spot. They're really great with this combo. They practice a ton. Gets a charge. He's almost got full moon as well.
Jing caught stand checking in. Oh no! It looked like Masoma tried to do an in there, but a little bit too slow there. Jing with a big hit.
Table gets set up.
Okay. Could be it here. Let's see. There's a Moondrive to see the Oki.
Yep. Got to be careful. Don't do anything silly with this dust. Okay.
Okay. Masoma didn't at least try and heat it, but that time instead just took the mix and paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. So Jing, I mean, he's winning, but he's visibly stressed.
Yeah, he's definitely completely focused.
He is, and Masoma just, I mean, at the end of that, just shook his head. I don't know if he's out of options, but mentally, it feels like he's really on the back foot right now.
We're seeing the Moondrops coming out on Wake Up Events, like I said before, definitely a sign that you are feeling mentally pressured by the knockdown situation.
Yes, definitely. All right. Good start here, though, for Masoma. All right, catching, Jing, committing to that shield. It was able to get a little bit of knock on there.
Yeah, Masoma building some damage, but I think the pressure of this shield play against projectiles has really been working at Masoma, but like we've seen before, he's doing great this round here, just needs to finish his play.
Yep. Oh, and there again, getting that Moondrive, he's able to see, and again, well done, finishes that round.
Yep, using Moondrive not only to try and obviously kind of OS your neutral, but if Jing tries to go for those jump shields, you can see it and punish appropriately. So I think that the timing is definitely not easy.
No, it is certainly not. Okay.
Yeah, BC to keep the pressure up for Jing. And the defense here from Masoma. Oh! TK dive. Yep, punishes the stand tech. It's exactly what Jing wants. Okay, you're not going to try and escape my pressure? Well, now I'm just going to go full beast mode here. Yes. Try and open you up.
Yeah, and what's the option here now? To get to set up the dust right after this? Yes, he is. Overhead doesn't get anything. Masoma doing a good job.
Oh, we don't get a full confirm off of this. That is a problem.
No, that was his opportunity, and he just wasn't able to get anything.
Yeah.
Oh, the air movement from Jing doing a great job keeping Masoma locked down in that corner.
Oh my god, it's a dangerous 5C. Oh, okay, here we go. But Jing with the light lead.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh, what happened?
It's one of those awkward timing things. Just Jing, one step ahead here, and now he's on tournament point. Just needs one more round if he can do it. The stare down, okay! Masoma.
Yeah, showing some signs of life here. I mean, he wants this. He wants this. He's got to do some adjustments here. Not let Jing get his gameplay going like
shield
that.
again, yeah. The Vlov game plan of just, hoping that they just run into these projectiles is just not working out versus Jing.
No, and there again, the Moondrive activation, trying to see what's going on, trying to get some kind of damage. Fatal counter. This could be the opening that he needs. He's got almost 4 back bars of Magic Circuit. He just got that. He's going to end it in Arkhangel Super if he wants it. Yes. Going to put another round.
The crowd going nuts here. We've got one on the board for Masoma's side, trying to defend America.
Sigh of relief.
Yeah, he does look a bit pressured here, and who wouldn't be in his position, right?
Right. I mean, this is really, I mean, the strongest Hisui.
Yeah.
So, opening it up now. Just getting a little bit of damage here, and Jing. Oh,
okay, I like that. Yes, we're recognizing that jump shield, trying to landing punish it.
This is good. This is a good adjustment from Masoma if they want to continue their tournament life. Okay.
And Masoma has a great life lead right now. We're seeing that patient shield play, just trying to deal with these projectiles. We know if Jing can find a hit here, definitely can turn it around. Oh, Masoma.
What an opening for Jing.
That was very tricky spacing-wise to see who was at advantage there. But Jing, very clean here. The mix trying to bait anything to happen. And the log gets the hold. The log gets the stand shield hold. A big punish here from Jing. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Masoma's in trouble.
Masoma's in huge trouble. He doesn't really have anything to work with. He cannot commit. I was about to say, do not heat right now.
Okay, nice.
He's there, getting a lot of health back.
Oh!
And opens it up. Arkhangel finishes it out. He's going to put another round on the forward.
It's been a while since we've seen the kind of raw GCs there, but that is such a huge boon for Vlov. Is you land a heat, you flick them off, but then you have all these resources dumped, and here goes Masoma, smelling blood, trying to get Jing off tilt here.
Yes.
Look at him jumping in, trying to open up Jing.
Yeah, take the fight.
Jump, I dare you.
Oh,
Moon drive. Oh!
Nothing? Okay. Just a lot of chip damage coming out of here. Okay, he's out of Moon now. Right,
wow, that was so fast.
Again.
That stand shield reaction was insane. But Jing ends up finding the hit here. Once again, we're back at the same old story.
All right, throw comes out. The Bento, another throw. Another throw. Oh
my God!
It was bait. It was a perfect setup. Throw bait, dead.
And now, yet again, Jing on tournament point.
And another throw. Oh, I thought...
He's just bringing out the throws now, all of a sudden.
Yeah, this is something that we've not seen in the gameplay at all.
Yeah, we've definitely been seeing Jin kind of rely on just the forced high-low and the EX to just go for another one, but now we're seeing Jin bring out the throws and try and just put Masoma on tilt, I think, unblockable attempt. Yes.
Oh, and there it is with the back moon drive, or the moon skill comes out. Go ahead, defense meter, and then just going to charge. Get as many moon icons as he can out of this.
Nice. There's the shield for the gap.
No, another commitment, and then afterwards, now Jing getting to open up Masoma.
Okay, Jing. We've got meter. We got heat. So that's the plan now. Oh!
The last sliver of that heat comes.
Oh, he went for it!
Oh my God!
Jing wanted the anime W.
He really did.
Denied though.
So
oh my God! Look at him go.
He was like, oh, I really tried. So in that moment, when you have 4 bars of Magic Circuit, you can activate something called a Last Arc, which would have immediately eliminated Masoma. But when you commit to that, you leave yourself wide open.
Okay, TK, BC to keep it safe, stuck in the air though. Very nice Masoma. These adjustments seem to be working out. Just playing around the jump shield game and then actually sticking to your guns occasionally has been leading to a lot of damage for Masoma, who's tied it up 2-2.
Yes.
So he can reset this, but there's the bait and the punish.
I'm not going to say that Masoma is out of this particular round yet because they've shown time and time again that they are able to adapt and adjust to this. But another shield.
Oh, another heat! That's it! Just get land these heats, get back in the game, get all these resources, find the hit here, or force your way in.
Unfortunately, though, Jing comes in with the overhead, getting the ladle combo, sets up the table once again. They just always have meter for that.
Low, that's going to be a lot of damage here. Is this going to kill?
James Chen is going to kill!
All right. Match point again. I feel like I said that 3 times already.
I think we have. But once again, Masoma fighting for tournament life. Wants this reset. Just
Second come by the TK dodge yet again. That's been very effective.
All right, table comes out. And Mix, we got
catches
jump
it back
dash. No! What an unfortunate turn of events for Masoma.
Probably an OS against the back dash, and now Masoma's in trouble. Could this be it, Jing? Oh!
No way does that actually work. Okay, so he actually got the shield counter on that. He's going to get this one that doesn't spend anything.
We have drive again, jumping. He didn't use it, so we still have opportunity. I love how patient he is with these drives.
That's a big catch. No,
too far! Oh no, that was huge!
Oh, another huge one.
We're just zoning now, the chip damage. Trying to just catch him jumping. Oh my God!
Oh my God, he got it!
Oh my God!
He got it! He took it!
A bit uncharacteristic from Jin. Jin's usually not the one to lose from just the forward pressure is really good at usually sticking with shields and stuff like that, but just got caught.
No, the jump back, I liked it. That was really smart. Good adjustment, didn't want to get caught again.
Very scary though. Jin has shown to represent a lot of answers versus stuff like a back dash, but Masoma just trying to pick the right places to roll the dice now. I think again, the landing recovery on air shield gonna confirm. Is this gonna be the reset? He's got a huge life advantage, but Jing has a lot of resources.
Jing has a ton of resources. This could be actively detrimental if Jing gets a hit in. But Masoma doing the thing that worked for him.
He wants the air unblockable. He sees something with Moondrop. Gets the scoop. It's not it. There's one more.
What a huge
throw. There's the plan. Oh no, not like this. He's not dead, but now Jing's going to be able to run his game. Jing doesn't have Moondrop, but now there's Masoma. Here we go. It's going to be a knockdown. What's it going to be? The bait.
Dash back. Do it
so
again.
Smart.
No!
Oh, JC, it worked. reset confirmed!
Oh! We have a reset!
The path from Masoma, he took the exact line he needed here. Again, gambling at the right time, so it's an option that a lot of people are like, oh no, you don't want to play around. If you want, you get baited, and you just punish and die. But no, Masoma knows exactly where to pull it off. He has not gotten that baited a single time in the grand finals on those heats. Like, yeah, the EX stuff was short, but these just raw guard cancel heats. Actually, just the first step in staging the comeback to bring it up and getting us to the reset.
Catching our breath, they're already right back.
Yeah, they're already going in. I was like, is this a replay? But no, we're just going straight back in.
I looked for it too. I was like, replay? No. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, another air unblockable. Jing still having trouble with that. It's definitely been, again, a huge source of damage for Masoma.
Okay. Gets hit now. Jing opening up Masoma a lot of resources again. And I think we keep saying that, but Jing is so good at managing his resources.
Okay, here we go. Jing, what's it going to be? Crouch shield and the BC plans. That's probably going to be the round.
Yes,
oh my God, Masoma now leading after this reset. He's got the round that's big.
Yeah, this is huge for Masoma. I feel like just the level up that he got from the crowd right then, cheering everything.
It was not looking good in the earlier part of this grand final set, but the last several games have shown Masoma very much in this. Definitely getting pumped up, bouncing back.
But unfortunately for Masoma, Jing is not out of this.
He is definitely not. This is a nasty situation. Oddly, you kind of feel like you gotta take those. Yeah, you can't even jump here. Just brought back to the ground, dragged into the explosion from the bento.
All right, and then perfect. Yeah, Jing absolutely not out of this. Their fight is tooth and nail. This is some of the most intense nothing that I've ever seen. A big opener for Masoma.
Yeah, shield recovery, I think, getting caught by the down projectile. Air shield, that's the play style.
All right, had a little bit of a clash in the air, but nobody got to take advantage of it. Jing.
Oh, dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous. I was going to say, throwing out some kind of uncharacteristically dangerous.
Cerebral! Oh my God! The jump D8 follow-up versus Masoma's defense.
All right, fatal counter comes out and a throw into the corner.
Masoma, he's out of drive.
Yeah, okay, but I do like the adjustment from Masoma not doing anything super
okay,
no.
I was gonna say, Masoma, kind of playing on a bit of borrowed time here because yes, these heats have paid off, but it's only a matter of time before Jing starts trying to play around them, right?
Yes, and we're seeing that. What I was saying before that was like, oh, I really like that Masoma's not, heating into that dust situation, and then Jing makes a counter adjustment, and this is got to kind of be on Masoma to make another counter adjustment. At this point, there's so much counterplay happening.
Absolutely.
Whoever is making the adjustments faster is going to be more successful, but you have to make that in a split second in this situation.
Absolutely.
They're not taking breaks.
Yeah, first round 5 was basically Masoma saying, all right, I'm just going to guard cancel heat at the right spots to try and, play when I'm from behind. And we'll see how this 3 out of 5, the second one, plays out here. Oh my God, what a punish.
An incredible punish.
Okay.
Yeah, this combo we've seen time and time again and just nets so much damage for Jing.
Okay, one step ahead on the RPF. Jing with the delayed shield, just wait and see. Finds the hit.
Okay, coming back into it. All right. Oh, tech there. I like that Masoma is anticipating those throws a little bit more than they were in the previous rounds.
Shields the book, but oh my God! No. When you see Hisui throw everything out, and yet she still has more gas in the tank, still has that dive, so tricky.
Hisui throws everything, including the kitchen sink at you. All right, but a better round start here from Masoma.
Yeah.
I always feel like Masoma plays much more strongly when he's in ice. It's just unfortunate that you have to be like one round away from losing to get to that point.
Okay, the disengage here. Masoma with the run under. Okay, and Masoma finds damage. This is definitely the Masoma kind of round here.
Yes, it is.
The positive feedback loop. But no, the snipe from the air, no confirm. The run under yet again, so good.
Very nice. Very well done. Clean round.
Yeah, no, I mean, Hisui has the air dive to try and juke their air movement a bit, but usually relying on the moves that don't have huge cross-up hitboxes means that, yeah, Masoma definitely going for this run under, just trying to put Hisui in the best spot.
Oh my God.
The throw loops.
Okay, that time, oh, so much shield happening there. And look at their magic circuit. They're both sitting on 4 their weight.
But here we go, Masoma finds the 2A. Trying to stage the comeback here, or at least take the life lead. Okay, see how Jing gets out of this corner situation. We've got a lot of resources for both players here, so something's gonna happen, and there it goes.
Yeah, I love the bounce bonus out of that too, getting a little bit more damage. Spends a bar. the triple tap, the Masoma special, throw it back down the corner. We got a blood heat activation though.
And the run under attempts.
Oh, the tech on the throw, and a shield comes back, and it just ran out. That could have been detrimental.
Yeah, no, Masoma definitely respecting that.
Just trying to find an opening.
Now Jing out of meter, and meter pretty useful for Hisui. There's the arrow blockable.
It doesn't really have enough to finish this.
Oh.
Not going to build the bar to complete it either. We got
Oh, good for the tentacle. Oh my god, no way!
No.
Oh! We just saw a character trailer review right there. That's anime.
That was so anime.
All right, and Vlov takes the first game after the race at Masoma. Hope we can get a look at Jing's face actually, because first time I think in the set now that Jing is in the back foot, and yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 1-1 now, sitting here. And Masoma, I mean...
It's the ground movement so far, I think it's been the big adjustment for Masoma. Saying, okay, if you're going to leap around, try and play on these fireballs, I'll just play regular neutral with the pokes. Like, my pokes are still good. I still got the Rekka. I still got the sword.
Yeah, and Jing needs to really adjust their round start. These jump round starts are so advantageous for Masoma because he has so many tools to take Hisui out of the sky.
So smart! Sees the BC from Hisui to try and get close, and still one step ahead, creating the wall.
All right, oh, swings a little bit there, doesn't get anything out of it, just trying to catch, manages to not get hit by any of the pauses coming in. And then again, this zoning from Masoma has paid off so much, but opened up, tried to go in across under, but Jing was ready.
Okay. See, Masoma's got a lot of life though, so I think he can afford to take some of this, but we'll see. Chooses the gamble shield, BC is alive, the jump, the arrow blockable.
Beautifully done.
Saying, I don't even need to use Moondrive to do this, just call out your jump, just seize it straight up.
No, and I'm glad you pointed out earlier in this top 8 that we carry this over round to round, because it's really important to notice what they're not spending.
It's huge with Vlov in particular here too. I mean, if you want a demonstration on the system mechanics, look no further than this character, right?
Definitely, because he is the character who just explains the best how to use the system mechanics. All right, the backdash caught that time. It's been working out pretty well for Masoma overall, but that time just caught.
Yeah, pretty sure that OS is from 2A, and so I mean sometimes you're far enough away, it looks like it can work out. But we've also seen Jing call that with a chair, so yeah, definitely taking chances the right place. Speaking of taking chances, though.
All right, that was a big risk, and it's paying off for Masoma, getting a lot of damage out of this knockdown. And I love the way he always does that little reach up in the air afterwards to just try and avoid any incoming. Okay, that would have come from Jing.
Yep. Just dispensing the mids here and the lows. Let's see if Jing can get out of this corner. Moonrise to keep it saying, yeah, where are you going?
And just
where are you
like
going?
that, 2-1. Masoma in this grand finals reset, and Jing is actually looking a little lost right now.
The adaptations are, okay, so you know how to play around my basic keep around game. Now let's just play footsies. I got a big sword. How are you going to deal with that?
Footsies with a really big sword. Let's figure that out. However, good round start here from Jing. Good round start. Good God, look at all this damage.
Yeah, this is looking like a Jing round here. We're back mid-screen trying to play around it, but Masoma on the offense.
Yeah, and again, ground movement coming out here.
Oh, it's on the overhead.
Nope, nothing comes out. Oh, the side switch. Jing was ready for it. Gonna go ahead and close out this round.
Masoma started throwing those out. I think the post reset. It's unfortunate he was unable to confirm that, but you know we bounce back here. We still have the game advantage. But I think Jing is in quite the hurry to try and bring this to a game 5 here.
Yeah, really wants to come back. Really wants to take this and not giving Masoma the opportunity to play the video game.
Yep, Moon tried to see the knockdown situation. We blocked, but now you're forced to hold this. There's a shield to BC fall. Oh no!
No, I was just waiting to see when it was going to heat. The blood heat comes out. Absolutely expected. Jing is going to go ahead and close out this round unless something totally psychotic happens, which at this point I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
No, you are absolutely right about that. Jing closes it out, ties it up 2-2, but you know what? I feel like that's not a bad place as Masoma to try and gamble. Feels like, okay, you know, I'm down on life by quite a lot, and Jing has a lot of resources. I got not much. If I can land this heat, I can bounce back into the game.
Right.
It's, you know, got like an over 80% success rate on that, so
yes,
I don't think it's a bad idea, but it does mean we are going to a game 5 here.
Yeah, game 5. This is it. This is it. The last game that we're going to have.
Such a visible difference, though, in playstyle here after these adjustments. The shield recovery getting taken. Masoma will get some damage off of here, and we're going to charge a bit. Yeah, we're going to back off a little bit, but go right back in, right?
Yeah, because that aggression has been what has been winning in these rounds.
Oh, no!
Oh, gosh, this shield.
The meta too high.
There's so many throws.
The longest pull of the shield now.
Yeah, and that's really scary.
Masoma, though, with a drop in Moondrive, gets a huge air-to-air confirm.
Oh my god, and he left all the way in that Vlov sword. Comes in clutch again. Masoma 1 round away.
All right, and Masoma, can he do it?
Got the round start movement. Jing just stood there and Masoma was there.
Oh!
Oh no, what an opener!
Jing is such a high success rate with that TK dive. Mid-screen.
Throws back into the corner, setting up for the small bento. Dust comes out. Trying to catch with his, and then a throw. God, it's so ambiguous.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Masoma. I think we go next here.
All right, throw.
There's one more tap. Okay.
Scaling.
Just was unable to block on wake up. Not sure who was going for it there, but here we go. Final game, final round, guys.
Oh, and you hear the audience
this is insane. The back doesn't cut. Jing, this is not where you want to be at Masoma.
No,
he's just draining his Moondrive too. He's in trouble, honestly. It's only 10 seconds on the clock so far, but no, not like this. He's been gambling the whole set, paying off overall, but when it counts, Jing just calmly playing around it. And this could be the end here, Masoma. I know he can do it, but
there's no resources. He doesn't have
my God, I think that's it. Jing, he'll take it. He's your Melty 2022 champion from Japan.
All that practice paid off. He did it. He fought through the American gauntlet, the worldwide gauntlet that was here today to take the EVO championship here.
It was a very hard-fought set. Masoma bringing it back to reset. The tears coming out. You know how much this means for him.
He worked so hard. He worked so hard to make it there. And Masoma really worked hard to not let him have that.
No, absolutely. It was looking a little bit one-sided in the beginning of the grand final set, but Masoma very quickly added some amazing adaptations to make this one ridiculously close. I mean,
look at the relief that he has on his face.
It is intense how much focus you have to put when you're playing against a character like Vlov. But like you said before, his training completely paying off.